I talk to you as part of a joint Cambridgeshire and Peterborough Academy Network, local authority and diocesan working group, tasked with bringing together thinking around the leadership challenges and practical considerations and complications of restarting our schools. We have done this by wide-scale consulting, both in and outside the region. For example, last week, 97% of academies and schools contributed specific workforce and learner profile data and expressed their views of the main challenges through particular questions we asked as part of John Lewis's online data collection. Thank you to everyone who has contributed so helpfully and enthusiastically at such a challenging time. Of course, none of us yet know the exact format or timing of a restart to the wider expansion of school provision. Our work has been to focus on those things we might need to do, regardless of the exact format or timing of the restart. Despite the uncertainty, we do have a growing number of known knowns. We do know that at some point a phased expansion will be requested of us, and that this will require us to juggle some very difficult questions and make some challenging organisational decisions. We have been promised that we will be given suitable notice to plan and implement this phase. We will learn more in coming weeks. In the meantime, though, there is much we can do and which is already being done. This is important because in some respects a restart might be more complicated than going into lockdown, since as yet we have no resolution to the virus itself. The good news, of course, is that this next phase takes us one step closer to an endpoint. The journey to reorganisation will therefore be different for every school, based on local need, just as providing for key worker groups has been different for every school based on local need to date. The success of the local lockdown has been mostly due to the expertise of head teachers, governors and school staff, delivering strong local leadership and making confident and contextualised organisational decisions. This has supported the wider system in order to deliver and meet the health needs of the nation. So it's going to be the same in the restart, which is good news because whilst requiring huge effort, the sector has already proven itself that it knows what is best for its own young people and families at a local level. So this document attached simply attempts to provide a planning framework to help leadership teams start to prepare for the challenge in whatever format that might take. Lots of you have started this process already and have been doing some absolutely fantastic work proactively. This document has attempted to bring together lots of this practical thinking in order to share a template against which to cross-check our own thinking and planning across the sector. It is not exhaustive or prescriptive or in any sense a blueprint, but a template to try and save leaders time. It is quite detailed. This carries the danger of it being overwhelming. However, it is important to remember that we have created a document to try and cover all school contexts and situations so that others might use it to pick and choose, cut and paste and create their own contextualised, manageable and probably much shorter list. Obviously, use this to save time. If it doesn't save time, don't feel the compulsion to use it. Take it, share it, improve it, and share it again. Clearly, you will be part of bigger organisations, and any guidance that they produce in relation to the re-expansion of school provision takes precedent over this document. All these organisations have seen this document. Because there are so many different things to think about, we have divided them into 15 manageable areas to consider. And this makes it easier to delegate to individual or teams in bigger schools, or to bite off in manageable chunks for individuals or small schools who might have much smaller senior leadership teams and other resources available to them. We've divided these manageable sections into safeguarding, premises, health and safety, HR, governance, staffing, the phased return of different groups of pupils, particularly vulnerable pupils, with curriculum homeschooling, curriculum provision in school with catch-up, communication with pupils, communication with parents, transition of pupils, finance, and finally, COVID-19 infection control, which of course will be dictated by the advice we get from government as that arises. All of these are set out in clear checklists of key documents that apply equally across all phases, but with different conclusions and consequences given the phase and particular circumstances of your school. These need considering by school leaders in order to expand attendance in line with any nationally preset milestones. So, we hope you find this document useful. You should have received it in Word format so that you can adapt and change it as you need. And over the coming weeks, we will be supporting further joint planning and thinking by organising, for those who feel that it might be helpful, some webinars so we can all share and discuss the process of planning our joint return. Thank you again for all of your incredible hard work. Stay safe, stay well, and we all look forward to seeing each other soon.